Okay, so in the last video we created a new database. We were able to add in the data. So we created schemas, and then in each schema we created tables where we ingested the data from the CSV files, right? So that is basically what we have done. And now in this video we'll go into exploring this data. So we'll go into SQL. So I will jump out from that DB and go into, well, I will just create here first. In the backend, I will do make dir SQL. So I'll create an SQL folder, and inside of this SQL folder, we'll have the SQL scripts. So moving on to the beaver. Let's do the beaver here. And in the beaver, let's do like this, open projects from file systems, and I will go into the directory, and I will go into stack. Let's see, where do I have this? Demos, into full stack, no, into lab overview, backend, SQL, basically. Here, open this one. And finish here. So now I'm inside of this SQL folder, and I will do also like this. I will do a connection, new date, or I will actually, in order to be safe, we'll go into SQL, open this up, go into connections here. We see we have no connections, and we create a new connection. DuckDB, next, open, and I will choose this YouTube data.db. So here, now we have connected to the database. Perfect. So we have YouTube data.db, and if we go into here, we have a lot of YouTube data here, the database, and inside of this we have all our schemas which we created, and all the data which we ingested, right? So if I go into one of them, tabel data, we see here the data. Let's see, on the data, here is the data, right? So great. So I will close this here, and I will go into the scripts, and I create a new script. So here, new SQL script. So it's connected to it's connected to FirstDB. That's wrong database. Let's see, it should, let me click here, I close this one, click here, and then I will do a new SQL. Like here, now, YouTube data.db. Okay, let's change name. So F1, F2. I will call this EDA. So exploratory data analysis. Let's try to understand this data. So let's assume we go into, we can do like this. To see, here are all our schemas, and here are all the tables. So inside of this, so we can go into each of the schemas and do some analysis. So I will do an initial EDA for you, and then I won't give you all, I won't remove all the fun for you, so that I'll just do a simple one, and then you will continue to do more EDA, right? So let's go into datum, for example. So I will actually do here, because we have two table names, and we have two table names for datum. I will try to join them together to show you how to work with join. So let's do it like this. With, so this is a context manager, not context manager, CTE, it stands for, oh, I forgot what it stood for, but it's a CTE. And you will see what the power of it soon. So with date table as, then I will do a subquery here, so that we get all the data into this date table, which work as a variable. So as select star from datum.tabeldata, and I will see what I get here. And then I will do select star from date table. So basically I have this date table as a variable, right? And it gets all the data from datum.tabeldata, and then I can select from it. So I will just do some formatting, Control Shift F, Control Enter to run it. So this is nothing fancy, and you will maybe ask, why did I even do this CTE? Can't we just have selected it directly? Of course we could have, and but with CTE I will show you the power of it. You can combine several tables. So here we have the date table. We can see that the date, perfect here. Nothing special with this. So I will also add another one. So I will do like this, from this, and then comma. So we have with date table, right? So I will do my next one, date total, with date total as select star from datum dot result, and then I could pick from the total instead here, and we see that this is the total date. And here you see this is the this is the from from total. So I picked this variable instead of this variable, basically. Okay, so why do we want to do this? Well, let's see if I can format it. I think the formatting is quite bad. Let me do like this. Yeah, I think the formatting is really bad actually. I don't want to format this. Sorry for doing this, but I think it's clearer without the formatting for now. I'll manually format it. Let's see, like this. Select star. I will format it like this. Yeah, this is much clearer for me. So we have this date table as this select, and we have this date total as this select, right? So I could join on datum, right? Because we have the same datum. But the difference is that if we take a look at date table, we can see that datum don't have the time which date total has, but the time is defaulted as 000. So I can just remove this one. So let's do that. We'll do string f time. String f time. So this is a function to format my date. So I will format this as year dash month dash date. So this is normal SQL date formatting. And what do I want to put in? Well, I want to put in, let's see, we can call it as tot. So I can use the tot as total, right? So tot.date datum, and I can run this one. And we see that we have formatted this. And I will call this something better. Or I don't need to call it something better, it doesn't matter. And then we can continue, take tot.visningar, and we take tab. And then we will now, I want to join this with the other table. So before the semicolon, let's do like this. left join date table as tab, as table, right? Tab on put.datum equals tab.datum. So I'll join on the datum, right? And then there's an error here. Date field value out of range. Total expected format is okay. So there's some problem here, right? Let me comment this out. I will do this. I'll cut this out and check. So here we have nothing wrong here, right? This looks good. Let me check. Let me do like this. I will create another one. I'll just select star from let's see, can I do like this? Can I just run this one? Oh, I can just run that one. That is perfect. I don't need to. So I can mark this and control enter, and then I just run that one. Oh, okay. The issue here is that we have total as a row, right? So in order to remove this one, I will do like this: offset 1. And if I run this one, you can see what happens. When I run this one, I don't get the total anymore. And then I can go into here and paste back what I removed before. So what this does now is that we will join on datum. So run this one, and we see that we join on datum. So now we have both tables that we can pick from. So we pick from total.visningar, and we can pick tab.visningar. I want to see that they are corresponding. So we see that yes, they are corresponding. It seems to be the same. Here we have one null, okay, but otherwise it's corresponding. So that means that I just need to pick one of these. I don't need to pick both of them. So I can pick more things. We can do tab dot this visningstid timmar tab dot like this, and we see here visningstid. So I know these columns before because I've checked the data. So that you should do also before doing all this SQL. You should understand the data. So here I just did an EDA to understand this one. Maybe I'll use it later on. We will see. Let's do some more. We could do select, for example, enhetstyp. We can select from enhetstyp.diagramdata. Diagram data, we can select star and see what we get. Okay, we get this data here, and what do I want to do? Well, I want to find out the numbers in dator and the numbers in TV, etc. So what I can do is to count star, but then I need to do group by. What do I want to group by on? I want to group by on enhetstyp, like this. This one I can format. Okay, and now we run this one, and we see that, yeah, okay, 28 rows for each, right? And then I can pick out like enhetstyp, like this, and we see that, okay, mobile phone 28, dator 28, etc. Okay, count star as a number, like this. And then we can do, for example, we could do, or we can call it something, total rows. Like this. What else do I want? Well, I want to have sum of visningar as total visningar. So this is the number of views. Yes. So here we can see that most people have viewed from the computer. And that's no surprise because my content is made mostly for the computer. So you watch the code, right? And then you code along. It's hard to see it in the phone and do it. Someone has used the TV, that's fine also. So here, okay, let's continue here. Let's, we can do, I'll show you something else that is quite cool. Select star from innehåll.tabelldata. If I run this one, we see we have a lot of columns, right? For example, what if I would want to have all the columns except one column, right? And in DuckDB, you can do like this. Instead of selecting all the columns you want, you can select all columns and remove those you don't want by doing exclude. So exclude, what don't I want? I don't want, for example, innehåll, okay? Innehåll, and you see that innehåll has disappeared. So that is perfect. That is quite cool. And we can here, yeah, if we want to sort in SQL, just do order by visningstid. Let's see, visningstid timmar. Yeah, and then we're ordered by this one, and we can do it descending, right? So we see those with the most ones. Yeah, this is probably total, and it's null, but this one is relevant, right? So here we have, for example, set up DBT, we have 11 hours view time in total. Great. I've done some more EDA in the lecture notes, but I will leave it to you so that you can look at it yourself. But basically here you can do EDA in SQL. And in the next video, we'll go into picking out some data and putting it into marks so that we can serve it to our front end. Yes, see you in the next video. Bye.